So I want you to pretend that there's an alligator. Okay, so I want you to imagine that there's an alligator and he's going down to the lake to catch his lunch for the day. So on the right side of the lake, there are 12 fish swimming around, and on the left side over here, there's 28 fish. So the alligator has to make a decision whether he's gonna go to the right side or the left side, but he knows that he is really hungry and he wants to go to whatever side has the greater number of fish. So whatever side has more fish, that's where he wants to go. So our alligator is choosing between the two sides, and when you're choosing between two things, for this case, in this case, numbers, whichever side has the greater number of fish, when you're choosing between two numbers, you're also comparing those two numbers, and we compare things to make sure that we make the right decision. So our alligator wants to go to whatever side has the greater number of fish. So in this case, 28 is the bigger number. So pretend like this is an alligator or a piranha or whatever. This is an alligator, so he's gonna swim over to this side of the lake because 28 is bigger than 12 and he wants to go to the side with the most fish. So that's just a little example or like a little preview of what we're going to be doing today. Today we're going to be practicing comparing two-digit numbers to figure out which one is greater or less than, or if they're equal numbers. And we're going to be doing this by using symbols. So I'm not going to erase that yet, actually. So you might have not known that 28 was bigger than 12, so I'm going to give you a little reminder on how we can figure that out. So these are two-digit numbers. We have 28, I'm gonna go down here, can you see? 28 and 12, and we know these are two-digit numbers because there's two place values, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. If they were just one-digit numbers, it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are all one-digit numbers because there's only one number being listed. These, there's two, so they're two-digit numbers. So when we're comparing them, you want to go to the first place value, which is over here. Well, actually, it's the second place value. The first place value is the 8 and the 2, and this is also known as the ones place value. And the 8 is also in the ones. And then this one's next to the ones, then you go to the tens. And we're directing our attention to the tens place value. So we're looking at the 2 and the 1, and that's how you start, is you start at the tens place value, and then if you can't compare those, you jump to the 1. So we're starting at the tens, and we're comparing 2 and 1. Which one's greater? 2 is greater. So we know that 28 is bigger than 12. That's how I figured out this one over here. But for another example, say we had 36 and 32, and we're starting in the tens, because that's where you always start when you're comparing two numbers. These are the same number, 3 and 3, so you can't really compare them. So then you have to jump over into the ones place value. And now you're comparing the numbers in the one place value, which is 6 and 2. 6 and 2, 6 is the bigger number, so 36 is overall the bigger number. And that's just a little reminder on how we compare two-digit numbers to each other to figure out which one is bigger. So if we were trying to figure out which one is smaller and we're comparing 3 and 2, we would choose 2. So that number would be the smaller one. So you need to know how to compare those two-digit numbers, and then you also need to know the symbols we're going to be using. And these are the three symbols right here. So we have the greater than symbol, the less than symbol, and the equals to symbol. And remembering these can be kind of hard, so just remember greater means bigger. If you aren't familiar with the words greater, less, or equal to, greater means the bigger number. So if anytime you get asked to find the greater number, you're looking for the bigger one. Less than means small, and equal to means they're the same number. So if they're equal to each other, it would be like 5 and 5. Those numbers are equal. They're the same exact number. Okay. So yeah, you guys need to know that. And then one other trick that I want to show you really quick is to just help you out. And I learned this when I was little, and it helped me a lot. So it's called the alligator trick. So if you look at this, you'll notice that it kind of looks like an alligator's mouth. Pretend these are the teeth, and then this is like the head or whatever, and the eyes. So the alligator always wants to eat the greater number. So when you're comparing two numbers and you figure out which one is bigger, the alligator will always eat the bigger number. And look at right in here, you can see this is the symbol. So if the bigger number is over here, the alligator is eating towards the bigger number. Say it was over this way, the alligator would be eating towards it this way. And there would be the alligator mouth eating towards it going that way. So that's just like a little trick that you can use when you're trying to compare these two numbers and figure out which way the symbol faces. Okay, so now I'm gonna write two numbers on the board and we're gonna try to figure this, or I'm gonna show you guys how you can work through a problem. So we have the number 56 and 45, and we're trying to figure out which one is greater. So we're going to start by going to the tens place. We all know that the 5 and the 4, those are in the tens place. So we're comparing those two numbers. So in our heads, we're gonna be like, which one's bigger, 5 or 4? Trying to choose between. 5 is the bigger number, so we know 56 is the greater number. So then we need to put a symbol right in here. So I come refer to my symbols, and I remember that the alligator always eats the bigger number. So I'm going to draw my symbol eating towards the 56. And remember, if this helps you, you can draw the alligator. I don't need to draw it anymore, but if you guys want to draw it, then you can. Hopefully you can draw a better alligator than me. But look at, the alligator is eating towards the bigger number. So we know 56, and this is how you would say it if you had to repeat the problem. 56 is greater than 45. Okay. So that's how you would like go through the process of figuring it out and how you would read it back if you had to. Now I'm going to make sure you guys understand, so we're going to get you guys involved a little bit. So I'm going to write two more numbers on the board. We have 56 and 12. And I want you guys to tell me which number is greater by using your hands. So you're either going to go this way for greater, this way for less than, or go like this for equal. And then I'll write the symbol right in here. So we have 56 and 12. So what do you guys, go ahead and look at this number and try to solve through it. I'll kind of give you some little hints right here. Start by looking here. And then let me see all of your guys' hands. Okay, good job. You guys all got it. 56, you guys pointed this way. So we have 56 is greater than 12. Great job. Now let's do one more just to make sure you guys get it. So we're gonna do 30 and 78. And show me with your hands or your arms which way the alligator is going to go, or which symbol we're going to use. Okay, great job. We're going that way. Most of you guys got it right. So we're going to move on to the next part of the lesson. So I have these whiteboards for you guys. So let me pass these out to you. Here you go. And I have some whiteboard markers for all of you guys. There you go. Okay. So now I'm gonna write a couple numbers on the board, and I want you guys to write them on your whiteboard as well. And then I'm gonna come around, walk around the room, and I want you guys to fill in the symbol, writing it with your whiteboard markers, and I'll walk around to make sure you guys got it right. So the first example we're gonna do is 52 and 36. So go ahead and write those numbers on your board. And then everybody draw the symbol. Which one is greater, 52 or 36? And I'm gonna walk around and make sure you guys all got it right. Okay, great job. I saw a lot of you that had it right. Oh shoot, sorry, let me write the correct answer just for the few of you who didn't get it right. 52 is greater than 36. So if you wrote that symbol down, then you got it right. Good job. We're gonna do a couple more to make sure you guys fully understand it. So the next one we're gonna do is 24 and 67. So go ahead on your whiteboards, write 24 and 67, and then write in what symbol goes in between those two numbers. Let me walk around to make sure you guys got it. Okay, great job. So you guys should have written down this symbol right there. And if you're gonna read it the other way, 67 is greater than 24, but if you wanna read it the other way, you can read it as 24 is less than 67. So you can read them front ways or backwards, depending on like what the question is asking or which way you want to read it. So good job on that one. You guys did good. Okay, we haven't done one of these yet, so let's see if you guys can figure it out. So we have 98 and 98. So write the correct symbol that goes in between these two numbers. Okay, great job. You guys got it. You put an equal sign. I'm surprised you guys knew that one because we didn't do an example problem like that. But yeah, 98 is the same as 98, so these two numbers are equal. Okay, you guys did a fantastic job with that. So you guys learned how to use greater than, less than, and equal to symbols to compare two two-digit numbers like we just have been doing. So now I have a worksheet for you guys. Where's my worksheet? Okay, so now I have a worksheet for you guys, and I want you guys all to try all these problems on your own, and I'll be walking around if you guys get stuck on any or need any help.